What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last night, I saw War for the Planet of the Apes. It is the third film in this Planet of the Apes rebooted franchise. It now closes up the trilogy. First, we had Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which was a great film, and then we had Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which was even better. It was directed by Matt Reeves, and now Matt Reeves is back to direct the third film in this now trilogy, and that is War for the Planet of the Apes. And War for the Planet of the Apes is actually one of my most highly anticipated films of this summer, mainly because I love this franchise. I love the rebooted franchise because they're all great films. And then I also love the original film back in 1968, which starred Charlton Heston. Sure, it's really dated and it looks old, but it's such a brilliant story. I enjoyed the bizarre sequels that came out afterwards, and I even enjoyed the Tim Burton remake with Mark Wahlberg, even though it was an inferior film. But I just love the concept of apes taking over the world. It's such a brilliant idea, and I want this franchise to continue. So now we have the third film in the rebooted franchise, and here's what I have to say. This was a great film. This was an absolutely fantastic film, and I thought it was a great way to close out the trilogy. In fact, it was everything that I would want in a solid film. It has great performances. I thought it had a brilliant story. The action was spectacular, and it just closes everything up in a very satisfying way. I love the story, and I love that, this is, it led to from Rise to Dawn to War. I love that it kind of has this full-on evolution and development of the story. And speaking of evolution, you see the evolution of the apes, and not just the apes, but the humans. You see an evolution of what they've become after this post-apocalyptic world that has now been created by this simian flu. You know what I'm saying? If you follow the story, you will know how, everything came about and how the world evolved to what it is now. And we see quite an evolution. And what has really evolved is the ape characters. When you go from Rise, you see that Caesar is only a supporting character. And then you go from Rise to Dawn, you see that Caesar has a big role in the film, but he's not the main protagonist of the film. His role is or rather his presence is split between himself and Jason Clarke's character. But now you have War for the Planet of the Apes, and Caesar is front and center. He's the main protagonist of the film, and he is a CG asset. You know what I'm saying? But he's a motion capture CG asset, which is performed by a brilliant motion capture actor, which is no stranger to the art form, and that is Andy Serkis. He has played Gollum. He has played King Kong, and he's even provided a little bit of motion capture advisory consultation to Mark Ruffalo when he was playing Hulk in Avengers Age of Ultron. So you know that he's well versed in this art form, this type of performance, and he does such a fantastic job. Of the best performance of his career as a motion capture performer. Like, his performance is so not only realistic and believable, but so captivating, so mesmerizing. As a matter of fact, I think the stars of this film are all the motion capture actors, because they brought all the apes to life, all the chimpanzees, the orangutans, the apes, the gorillas. They all come to life, and you almost believe that they are right there. In fact, I believe that they are right there. They were so believable, and it almost made me think, are these CG characters, or are these, or is this really good makeup and practical effects? Because it looks completely realistic. Anyways, the performances are outstanding, and it brought this story to life. So really awesome. Another thing is that I love Matt Reeves' direction in this. When you're watching a movie titled War for the Planet of the Apes, you're expecting a big war. But I think that he decided to really not want to go into the realm of just big popcorn spectacle by making it a big action piece. I felt that he wanted to take a more artistic approach, and he did exactly that by giving us something a little bit more unexpected. It's a little bit more dramatic and definitely has a lot more emotional depth to it. And the Planet of the Apes concept with apes taking over the world was something that I thought was always very thought-provoking. So in that sense, he kept up with the tradition in keeping the intelligence there. This is a very, very intelligent film, and it's definitely a very thought-provoking film, and everything that makes a great film without having too much spectacle is all there. So thanks so much to Matt Reeves for really capturing and keeping the essence of the original Planet of the Apes concept there, as well as taking it to another further level. So I love that. This is a film that is very, very I think it's a very well-paced film. You have some big action at the beginning, and the rest of it is quite dramatic, and it really captivates you on an emotional level, and then it leads up and builds up to a very, very spectacular finale, which is so satisfying in the end. And it's the type of film which makes you feel like you don't want it to end. You just don't want this to end. Please don't end, because I'm having such a good time, and I'm so captivated and mesmerized by everything that is going on, and I don't want it to end. And that tells you that you're watching a really, really great film. And what I saw was a fantastic film. I loved it. I loved it from beginning to end. It was really, really engaging, and I want it to continue. I want more out of it, and I can't wait for the next one. I really can't wait. This is the best film that I've seen all year. Honestly speaking, I had Logan at #1, and then it was bumped down by Spider-Man Homecoming, and now, and now I'm going to place War for the Planet of the Apes my top film of 2017. I'm sure it's going to get bumped down at some point in time throughout the year, because we're only halfway through 2017, but right now, I gotta say that War for the Planet of the Apes is my top film of this year. Go check it out. You gotta see it on the big screen. Fantastic film. I saw it in 2D, but I kind of wish that I caught it in a 3D. Something tells me that they, based on the scenes that I was watching, the visual presentation, I have a feeling that it would have looked really good in 3D. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. 9.5 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts about the film in the comments section below. Go check it out. As always, if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Film that I would say that is perfect. Almost no film is perfect, but these are some things that I want to mention that don't really bother